Making yogurt involves bacteria, and it has to do with bacteria doing something called lactic acid fermentation. Making yogurt is super simple. All you do is you take warm milk, and it has to be warm. If it's boiling and you do this, it won't work because you'll kill the bacteria. So you take warm milk and you add bacteria to it. And many people don't have bacteria sitting at home. But what I mean by this is you can take a big pot of warm milk and you take a spoonful of plain yogurt, like any yogurt you have at home that's plain, because that yogurt has bacterial cultures in it. And you put it in your milk and you cover your milk for like 1 to 2 days. You can go longer if you want your yogurt to be more sour, and I'm going to explain why. And this process, the reason why it's happening, the reason why you can turn milk into yogurt is because the bacteria are forming acid, and we call that lactic acid fermentation. So, lactic acid fermentation is when bacteria, think of the bacteria in your milk, they will take the sugars from the milk. Milk has the sugar lactose, and they will break it down, and we say ferment it. They will ferment it, and glycolysis will happen in their cytoplasm. So, the sugar will get in the cell, and in the cytoplasm of the bacteria, that sugar, the glucose, will get broken down into two molecules of pyruvate, and you end up with two ATP molecules, which are just energy for the bacteria, and you end up with two NADH, and the two pyruvate molecules will get converted to lactic acid, which is what gives yogurt that sour taste. The longer you let lactic acid fermentation go on, the more lactic acid you get, this more sour the yogurt is. So it's microbiology. So to summarize, lactic acid fermentation, it's anaerobic. It means it happens without oxygen. That's why when you do this, you also cover your milk, or like sometimes people put it in the oven. They don't turn on the oven, but they put it there. It also helps maintain the warmness of the milk. So it's anaerobic. It generates two ATP molecules for bacteria, two energy molecules. You're converting pyruvate that's made in glycolysis into lactic acid. And that's it. And lactic acid fermentation, this is bacterial lactic acid fermentation, but keep in mind that it also happens in our muscle cells. That's its own topic, but it's similar to this.